Hmm. Okay. Okay. So we have the Ace of Wands as the opening energy. Then we have the Hierophant and the Ten of Cups. And the Wheel of Fortune. The messages that are coming out have to do with how there's a well of abundance that's waiting for you to be experienced. I got the message of ancestry here and how, like, hold on a second. Let me just sit with that moment. The way I just let it go and it dropped to the floor is interesting to me. Okay. So there is, as I was saying, a kind of joy and like there's a whole experience of joy, regardless of how this may show up in the external. It doesn't seem like that'll matter. Beneath that, though, we have the Five of Pentacles. So pay attention to anything that happens in the external that could trigger feelings of abandonment. Because it's through that you will be able to alchemize and come into feelings of joy instead. But it'll take work from you. It'll take a moment of facing any feelings of abandonment and turning it into active, I am protected. These feelings are not true. I have the option to feel happy and whole and fulfilled in this moment instead. It'll take active alchemy of your emotional and mind space, but through the realm of the spiritual. So this will take you activating your spiritual mantras and the things that you use, praying, actually doing that shit. Do it. I keep getting this message and it's annoying that it keeps coming through other corners because it really is as if like, it's as if we're just not, it's always the issue of how, sorry, I hope I can still be heard, how we are not believing enough in the work that we are doing. We are not believing in it. And at this point, that's the only thing that is stopping the work from working. We are studious. We are passionate. We are serious. We are about this shit. We really are. We hold up our ideals, our morals. We take it seriously. We go out of our way to eliminate any shadows. We really try not to project onto other people. And yet we still experience the sense of victimhood, disempowerment. We still go about our lives as if these things are bigger than us. Four of Wands beneath that. King of Pentacles. Wow. Nine of Swords and Strength. You cannot get beat down by senses of loss and grief and pain and sadness. We really cannot keep looking at all of that stuff as bad. I was watching a recently released conversation between Joe Rogan and Zach Bush. And in it, they both, I'll link it, watch with an open mind, all of the shit. Like, now is the time to be fucking open-minded, okay? Okay? Don't come at me for what the content that I take in or whatever. We shouldn't be coming at each other for our beliefs at this point, as long as we're not harming each other or ourselves. So anyway, between them, Zach Bush was asked what's the most, I think that I'm paraphrasing, the most controversial thing he can say right now. And he said very quickly and so confidently the sentence, everything is perfect. It is. Everything is perfect, even through the suffering and the pain and the shadow and the devil and the Israel. It's written, man. It's written. Get into it. It is written. Not everybody's going to have the capacity to understand this. But I fully intend on people who tune into my work to have the capacity to not only understand it, but integrate it, embody it, go through your cycles, surrender to it. It is what it is at this point. I don't know. Even if it is that you may not resonate with it and you're sitting this far and watching this content, clearly some part of you gets it. So again, for some of us, this is just the shit, man. This is just how it goes. And we have to surrender to that. Some terrible and painful things will happen in life. And that'll just be written. We'll be extra sensitive to it. More sensitive than most. More sensitive than those around us. We have to just fucking eat it. Just eat it, you know? And through eating it, you will get stronger. Trust and believe. There's no romanticism in this. And I always worry about romanticizing the suffering to say it's all for a reason. Just trust that it is, okay? Trust me. That's the best way to, that's one of the best ways to process this. Take everything as a lesson. Alchemize it. Eat it for the sake of your soul's journey. And just trust, just have faith that that's what's going on. Beneath all of that, you have justice. Do you see the authority? Do you understand what I'm saying? Can you imagine approaching these individuals in the courts of like universal law? You've got two cards that really show a regality to the situation. And for me, when things are regal, they are generational. They are imprinted. They have such an intense life of their own that you can't. It's gonna take a lot more than like ego and, oh, I don't want to have to do this. Oh my, yeah. You're allowed to feel all of those things, by the way. You're allowed to throw a tantrum about your life circumstances. You're allowed to feel frustrated over where you're at. You're allowed to feel frustrated over what has been. You're allowed to say things like that was unfair. You're allowed to throw your toys out the cot, throw a tantrum, be a bitch, fuck it up. But know that things are not going to change in that way. You know what I mean? After throwing your toys out of the cot, let go. Because it's bigger than you. It's bigger than you. It always has been. Again, surrendering to the fact that it is bigger than you. It'll help. Something about that. Something about surrendering to that sensation will bring you a piece of fulfillment. And you'll be able to trust overall that your life is really playing out as it should. I've been feeling very comforted in the fact that I don't have to do too much, that life has a force that will send help, people, moments exactly to me at the right time. I love to say that I can sit in the middle of the desert and life will unfold for me. I used to try to say that, I'm sure I've said that in previous readings, that life is possible. Unfortunately, though, the truth of the matter is that it's not really like that for everyone. And like I said earlier, not everyone's going to understand this. We're not all written to understand the same things. We're not all created the same way. However, discernment, like I said, if this resonates, if this truly sits like, I should be watching this, continue watching. If there's no sense of that, if there's no certainty that you should be watching this, stop watching. Stop that. And then following by that rule, if you are meant to be watching this, then I'm telling you, everything is meant to be. And you can relax into the flow of life, knowing that without pushing too hard or trying too hard or feeling too pressed about needing things to happen exactly your way at the exact right time that you want. So just let go. Let go. I highly recommend praying to your ancestors during this time, praying to the universe, or praying to or working with the planet Saturn. I may be reading for a Saturnian, Capricornian, Saturn in first house. This is also giving some 12th house things. 12th house placements, spirituality and experiencing spiritual growth through grief and pain and depression and all of that, loss, etc. Pisces. This can also happen for Gemini placements. And this does tend to be all of these cards bring together a messaging for a Gemini placement who may be is experiencing or has experienced or knows what it's like to experience life totally out of control, where it's one thing after the other. Or experiencing one big thing that's just so heavy that you feel like you can't move. Or you feel very left out in the cold, very vulnerable and open, vulnerable in a bad way. Like your skin is too bare, very uncomfortable. Know that you are going through a thing. You're going through a thing. Pray about it. Wake up at the witchy hours between midnight and 5 a.m. and pray. If that doesn't resonate, if the sensation of praying about it doesn't resonate, then just light a candle and talk about it. Light a candle and talk about your pain during those hours. Then go back to sleep. You will feel clearer. I recommend meditating as well. And using mantras that allow you to be patient, like that allow you to understand or find comfort in how some things that are worth investing in take the long haul. And they take a lot of patience, so much patience. You have to understand that the desires and the things that you truly want they have so much weight to them and so much seriousness, and they have so much responsibility in transmuting the pain you've experienced so far. Like they have a lot to meet up to the pain. You've experienced such deep grief that the joy and the fulfillment, the sense of joy, fulfillment, and internal harmony that you are expected to experience must rise up to the occasion. It must be able to deal with the pain, and it will. But in turn, that kind of thing and the kind of seriousness it's going to take time. So trust in the timing of your life. Please trust in the timing of it. As much as you had to trust in the pain when you were experiencing it, you know that sensation that grief and pain can give you, where it's so shocking that it takes away your vision, it takes away everything, your hope, who you thought you were. It rips you apart in that way. And you had to trust that, the unknown. Yeah. It's the training, It's training the muscle of hope and trusting in the unseen. But more than anything, surrendering and being extremely humble through walking through the unseen. Be humble to the greater forces that be. They're looking after you, but they're more than anything following karmic law. And by the looks of things, you've done your karma. You've done it. So I would expect, maybe if by chance you do experience more seasons of grief, I would expect them to feel a lot easier to process. That's been happening with me, where I go through cycles of processing very painful things from the past, but each cycle gets lighter. I cry less. I felt the need to stop crying about certain things altogether. That might be the coming of that. Are you just processing pain differently? In a much, much healthier way, which is great. This is also losing or dropping the dependency of external, dependency on the external world, or on substances, or on external validation. This is recovery. Someone thinking about or actually journeying into their recovery journey. Congratulations. I'm also receiving somebody possibly reaching a milestone. Again, congratulations. Recovery is no fucking joke. I think I'm going to shuffle from the Intuitive Tarot now. I forget to show these things, and I should be showing them. The covers of the deck I use. It's been the same too. I'm hoping to manifest the opportunity to get a new deck soon. Oh, how precious, how precious. It's been a long time coming. The grief has been heavy, the weight has been heavy, but you've got this, and you're going to reach the tipping point. should this resonate, you're going to reach the point where it's going to stop feeling so painful and tiring and stuff. You're going to get it through Bob, but it's, Queen of Swords, Two of Discs, and the Sun. Beneath that, the High Priestess and the Hierophant. Again, your ancestors are so serious about you. They don't play. And they're probably not playing because I don't know if I finished this thought or how far I went before, but yeah, there are experiences in abundance for you, specifically for you, that are reserved specifically for you by everyone else in your bloodline. Imagine that, bloodline. The work you did in this life, it matches you to be able to experience certain things that have been waiting for you to experience, but it's because it comes with its ancestral thing, it obviously comes with the weight, it comes with the pain, it comes with all of the shit that you had to go through, but you went through it and it's done, is the point. This is also the card of the other woman. And with these cards together, I am now tapping into the deep feeling of rejection. Don't worry about it. Deal with it. Tend to your inner child. Yes, this is inner child work. This is needing to sit with yourself more often and ask yourself how you feel and checking in with yourself. I'm also getting the frequency of a very sensitive person who may find themselves in periods of deep frustration without explanation. You're probably being charged up energetically and you need to tend to yourself. Go to a corner or something, meditate, pray, light a candle, do some belly breath work or staring into the candle. Really tap into spirituality because you may find that it rocks your life externally in ways that you can't explain. Follow your intuition very, very heavily at this time. Know that it's guiding you. Trust in the womb. Should you be a womb owner? Beneath that, you have the Lovers. So maybe you're not a womb owner. Trust in your sexual energy, but not in the sexual way. Don't follow the sex of it. Follow the raw life of it. Sexual energy is not just about sex. Keep that in mind. Try to get some time in the sun. Vitamin D. Very important for your mental health. Extremely underrated. I feel called to read the High Priestess. I think that is the most important description of... The description of this card is important. I always stumble on that sentence. We have intuitive insights and wisdom, arcane knowledge, and the ability to act with empathy and understanding. That arcane knowledge is very important. A new source of inspiration can indicate that creativity, intuition, and spirituality need more emphasis in your life. Yes, great feminine strength in either sex. For a man, his anima, muse, or soulmate. Great feminine strength in either sex. I love that came up. Really use the feminine energy. The mother archetype is so important during this time, I think, because of our relationship with nurture. And like I love to mention, how a lot of us feel abandoned by God. But the truth is that we were never abandoned by God. We just needed to follow the rules, wait our time. Everything has its time. You will realize as time goes, especially into the next few years, we will realize how important divine timing is. And how a lot of that has to do with shit we really will truly never understand as human beings. We'll likely understand it when we're dead or when we're asleep. Anyway, thank you for watching. I really hope this was helpful, and I will see you in the next reading.